Yes,
Good morning, everyone. COVID has changed our perception. As we all know of the excellent saying, necessity is the mother of inventions. It was proved during the pandemic. Businesses adapting to digitalization, movies moving closer to our hands, and even it has made people work and live at the same place. So I'm increasingly excited for today's workshop on finding out how companies are and will be selling us products after the effects of the pandemic. Let me invite Dr. C. Balaji, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of EEE, to give the welcome speech without further ado.
thank you, Rahul. A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Dr. C. Balaji, Assistant Professor, EEE Department, Saram IST, feel happy to present the welcome address. On behalf of the IEA Student Chapter, which is under Katangalthur Local Center, heartily welcome you all to this program, Entrepreneurial Success, the new rules of sales after COVID-19. The IEA has always been providing progressive platforms for the students, and this program is one such occasion. On behalf of everyone present here, I welcome Mr. Divakar Singh, who is a Regional Sales Head, VST Enterprises Limited, and Global Sales Consultant, and Mr. Amresh Kumar Singh, CEO, Soldier's Voice, for this occasion. I thank the Katangalthur Local Center to give this opportunity to conduct the programs like this. And once again, I welcome you all to this program and wish all the students and other professionals who joined in this program. Have a nice day. So we'll start.
Thank you, sir. I would like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Divakar Singh. Mr. Divakar Singh is an entrepreneur and technology enthusiast. He has more than 18 years of experience in different leadership roles with corporates in sales and business development functions and core competence in supporting and growing startups. The speaker is also proficient in building and managing highly motivated and effective teams, delivering results within matrixed and international environments. Mr. Divakar Singh has a unique combination of sales, marketing, and technical expertise that can articulate products and services value and benefit. With this, I would call upon Mr. Divakar Singh to give the presentation.
Firstly, thank you so much for your opportunity, Mr. Balaji and Rahul, for the introduction. And I think probably Amresh also have an introduction. Then we'll move ahead with the kind of a session. What do you say, Rahul?
Yes, sir.
Sir, yeah, anything is fine. So should I introduce the other speaker now or when they are going to start?
What about you, Amresh?
Sir, you can do the introduction. That will be good. So.
Okay, good. Rahul, proceed.
There is a now I'd like to introduce Mr. Amresh too. There is an old saying that your network is your net worth. When Mr. Amresh started his entrepreneurial journey, he was relying more on traditional concepts of building business. Though huge success came his way when he started using the power of influencers network. Today, he is into these wonderful connections worldwide and shaping ideas into successful implementation. Mr. Amresh Kumar Singh is a first-generation entrepreneur from India. He's a master connector and influencer, nurturing a community of change makers across the globe. He works with individuals and corporate branding. He takes responsibility to introduce you to the change makers of the globe, adding exceptional value to your life. His vision is to bring the first 1,000 power connect for your endeavor, enabling you to represent your dreams through the through the exponential second, third, and fourth stage networking. He's a partner at the Soldier's Voice IT head at Strive, connecting veterans, IT members at Model Cone, shaping industrial dreams of rural India. He hosts UPSACs, webinars, and scripting industrial chapters at chapters of UP. He loves writing, and he has penned down 4 novels in English and Hindi languages. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that introduction of Amresh ji also. So predominantly we have decided to discuss today the entrepreneurial success and the new rules of sales, the entire landscape of sales, marketing, and entrepreneurial perception is transforming. So that is the topic. And I have a presentation to share. If you make me a kind of, if I can share my presentation, then I run through the PPT.
Yes, sir, you can share now. Permission given. Thank you.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. So a quick introduction about myself. I have 2 decades of sales and marketing experience. I'm currently a global sales consultant. I have signups in UK, US, and India. Predominantly working with the IT and ITES sector startup entrepreneurs. We do amazing innovations, and I support them in their business development and business growth solutions. These are the areas our youngsters, they do amazing kind of a ideation, but they fail to make it a global kind of an adoption or market fit. A lot of sales effort is required. So that's where I'm working in. A few of the technologies which I work is application development, mobility, cloud, and artificial intelligence. And all this, my role is going to be predominantly supporting them in terms of sales promotion and market research and positioning at the right location. So the change, what it is like, when it comes to the sales and marketing, probably the perception in the market is that anybody reaching you to promote a product, this guy is going to sell something to me and I'm going to lose out some sort of money or some resources of mine, is the perception. So definitely the marketing is, it is not somebody coming to you to sell something. He's coming to you to give a solution for a problem, for an identified current problem what you have. He had a perfect solution. And the individual who is moving into the entrepreneurial ladder, he definitely need to behave like a solution provider rather than he is consistently approaching to sell something to you. And this is nothing to deal with a kind of a transaction and you win, I gain. These are all the previous stereotypic understandings what we have. This has to be transformed because we are in the dukkha world, not VUCA world. VUCA, V is volatile and uncertain, complex and ambiguity society. The volatile has been completely transformed with the disruption. So today, if you are not disrupting, probably you are losing your current status or position from growing to the downwards. So these are the areas, some individual who is approaching to the society with some new kind of a solution for your problem, what he identified. And he said that I have a better solution, I have a better model, better behavior, better approach. Definitely that has to have kind of an adoption. So that's where the marketing perception is changing today. And when I say that, a new thing is that the marketing, sales, branding, and advertising resources has to have that kind of a innovation in terms of their positioning. And basically, this marketing is with a lot of kind of a grounded communication, generosity, empathy, and they have to create that emotional connect. What we say is that decision makers, 95% they evaluate logically, they put all the Excel sheets comparison, but finally they sign up with whom they emotionally convinced. So this is the factor which one need to bring very strongly into the approaches. And there is a lot of people are saying like, now artificial intelligence coming, everything that can be digitized and automated can be replaced by artificial intelligence. That will predict, that will promote, that will send emails, that will do everything. I'm saying artificial intelligence definitely can replace anything that can be digitized and automated, but the reverse is also true. Everything that cannot be digitized and automated becomes extremely valuable. I'm saying marketing, branding, sales, innovations, advertising innovations lands in the high value kind of a skill one can have to, on top of the tools, who can define the tools, how they can behave and how they can become a decision-making framework. That's where these skills are growing. So definitely it is highly prioritized the area for the entrepreneurs to ponder, focus, is that what is the change it is happening, how we all have to be in line with the kind of a transformation. I always use word sales. Most of the people in the society do not want to use the word sales because it is something like trying to sell, but actually sales is only the kind of a revenue earner and growth driver, and entire entrepreneurship is a sales process. Even your deliverables will come, technology will come under the sales process where it comes to the demonstrating capabilities and delivery. So one need to bring that kind of a make sales as the linchpin of entrepreneurship. Then you see started success. And we are in an amazing times, which we are going to discuss what kind of a potential is emerging after pandemic, how the innovation it is taking place. And definitely we are in the new world after pandemic. It is impacted people's behavior, priorities, the kind of a focus what they have, the way they are thinking, everything has been disrupted, and people are completely living in a changed world, which everybody has to accept. And moving forward, you realize this. And we definitely need a different type of approaches in terms of selling. And one more thing, I always see that a lot of people are available, a lot of information is available, everybody sharing knowledge. I am going ahead and saying that knowledge is the new cholesterol. If you are not applying whatever the acquired knowledge, it is going to become a cholesterol for you. So knowing what is not enough, knowing what to do with what you know is critical. Definitely in the sales, marketing, branding, you may have a lot of information accessed in YouTube's, Harvard, any of the IIMs must have given a lot of information to you, but unless you put it into the actions and see the outcome results, how it is working for you, for your product, your solution, the knowledge is not going to be helpful, and knowledge is becoming cholesterol. There is biggest trends after the pandemic, what is impacting today, and we all have to be aligned with these trends so that we are also the happening, our product, service, solution, our organizations, ourselves are in the space of happening. The investors or investments are happening. If you see, India could produce largest unicorns in the globe this year. All are in the innovative area. Every unicorn which has become billion-dollar company has done some disruption using the technology and the innovation, and that is where investors are looking at as a future growth. Investment is in future growth. Finding growth in micro markets. We have seen enough of the local to global. There was people so proud of leaving to US and living there, and in 90s and all, we have seen that kind of a family celebrating and other things. But today is the market. India has become a strategic place for any of the company, take it Amazon, take it Walmart. They're breaking heads with how this local market, micro markets of the large population, how we will be exploring these kind of a potential, which we are all, as an Indian entrepreneurs or the Indian society people, we are all accessible and we know the complete dynamics of these. And this is where the market transformation is happening from global to local. What I mean to say that it is not that you should not go to the global, but whatever the innovation you make it as your local, as a test bed, and make it this is as a successful model, and from there you scale it up to the global level. And we are at a very kind of a technological transformation era for the sales and marketing. The kind of tools are available which make you visible within no time to the respective any of the focus markets in any of the geolocation. If you are looking at, you're going to get it. And capturing value from big data and advanced analytics, you must have seen that how the analytics, predictive analytics, and the consumer behavior. Amazon will know how much of the consumption is going to be there in each respective location for every product, so that they are creating the nearby centers where they are keeping products ready, because they know that they have got all the predictive analysis using the big data analytics. Outsourcing the sales function. See, we have done every of the outsourcing from India. Every function has been outsourced. Even I think I'm from Hyderabad. We are doing a lot of aerospace product development here, and the small spares will be manufactured here, and it will go and installed at Illinois state, where you have your Boeing and all these companies, and then again they come back as a product. So now sales is going to be the function which, as a business process outsourcing, which we are doing, but it is going to be more to deal with any of the sales function, because of the we have technology resources with the, if you can develop the sales acumen within the people who can compete with the rest of the world. Like if you recall in 2005, when I was doing sales outsource cross-border selling from US, India is only the destination which can offer $20-25 offshore billing. There were very little other countries were there, and we were flooded with the projects. There were no resources, this kind of a demand situation. But today we have most of our projects, we are leaving it to Philippines. Manila has become a greatest center for the business process outsourcing. Romania, Philippines, you take South American countries, Bolivia, Johannesburg, Vietnam, take a name, every country today offering less than $8, $10, competing with us with the best of the resources. This is going to impact. If we are not gearing up and we are consistently focusing on the kind of a focus on the technology past 20 years, more than required we have applied, and not given any priority to the real learnings of the entrepreneurial growth, economical growth, employability, everything is depending on your sales passionate resources, passionate entrepreneurs who have that growth mindset, and that will come from the sales effort and sales learnings. And these are the areas which definitely has to be focused. That is going to make India as the strategic player, also a global leader. If you just only missing element, we have ample technology resources. We have amazing kind of a resources who could build a product, create a platform, but who will grow to a global extent? That is the missing element past 50 years, which we have not focused. So definitely we need to prioritize on the sales function, sales learnings. We don't need any of the center of excellences for a piece of code moving forward. What we need, we have done enough of the center of excellences, incubation centers, innovation centers. What we need is that sales and marketing excellence centers, which I call it as a COSME, Center of Sales and Marketing Excellence Centers are required, which past 15 years, not a single center has been established in India. And that is the focus which we need to, today changing landscape, we have to stand and focus on that. I'm not saying that undermine any other skill of technology, but improvise the priority for this, what you know, what you are currently focusing, the kind of a priority in the social structure for a sales learnings, marketing learning. They still think that it is a transaction anybody can do. No, It needs a lot of, it's an ocean of science which people need to learn, then only the business is going to grow. And they need to understand the social selling, they need to know the social behavior, they need to know the different hats of thinking people they have, how to handle each kind of a brain. They need to learn. Until then, they are not going to make it to entrepreneurial success. But just learning, bringing one product. Technology is no longer exclusive today. Anybody, if you put it in your application in the mobile store, anybody in any corner of the world can create, replicate, and simply start selling to the rest of the world. So what they cannot replicate is that effort of sales. How many people viewed your product? How many people downloaded your product? How many people satisfied and happy with your product? This is what all three elements which I'm talking lands into sales, marketing, branding, and advertising. That is the key priority. And collaborating more closely with the marketing, how you are making it visible, what way you are connecting to the relevant customer. It is not that one size fits everybody. You need to customize your approach and visibility to each of your customer and present in their perceived way. And these are all the dynamics are required. Adapting automation and artificial intelligence technology, you have to definitely use very, very effectively. But it is not technology is going to sell. People are thinking, no, it is the sales people who effectively use technology up till required limit of technology for their product service solution. If big data or artificial intelligence is great, it is great for different companies. But what is the technology needed for our own small little function? We need to use very effectively the technology. So don't be driven by the buzzwords because somebody is doing, I will also do it. No, it is required to customize what it is for your product. And I always say, and probably I think, you can shoot your questions if you have anything on the kind of, chat box, or I'll continue with the conversation after that. Also, we can have question answer session. And I always come out and say that 80% of the sales revenue comes from the 20% of the sales people. If you are into entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur, or you have any in your future endeavors, if you wanted to make it as an entrepreneurship, try to understand this very, very closely. The Pareto rule, a Pareto principle applies to the sales also. But what is this 20% people are doing to generate that 80% of revenue? Comparingly, what the 80% of people are not doing is that these people are spending their time with the right target customer persona, what we call right customer profile. They are working with the customer profile which matches to the DNA of their product, service, and their positioning. So it is not that if Boeing is a large company which is going to go ahead and give me a project for my small little startup or my small and medium enterprises. We need to identify who are those people, who are those kind of a target elements which are going to be focused. We have to focus, and your time has to be spent on that curated sales qualified leads to generate. And these 20% of the sales people who are consistently generating revenues in the market are the people who are continuously know that where they will be able to generate their revenues fast, and who is the kind of a target prospect persona where they need to spend their time. So this is very, very essential. You need to understand and which are the kind of a consumers are reacting for your campaigns and other things. And definitely the changing consumer trends which I'm going to speak about is the affordability first. That is the transformation which is happening. 32% of the consumers today looking at the affordability, and they are making some reasonable purchases. Minimalization is coming. There is a lot of transformation in the thinking, how they were thinking prior to the pandemic. And health first. After the pandemic imparted, the priority for health was very low. People were spending time and having lifestyle and other things they were not bothered about. Very, very core element of life, that is health. But now the 25% of the people transformed and planet first. Now everybody are speaking about net zero kind of a pollution, and we are all, every country is promising, trying to bring, and definitely people also realized it is something we just need to do. Be very careful of our utilizations, how we are connected with this thing, and society first. And now today, if other people are not happy, definitely it will boomerang and come back to me. So ensure that we are a collective happy society. And those are the parameters which are coming in. And probably these are the things which you need to inculcate in your kind of a advertising campaign, which you need to reflect whenever you are saying that I'm concerned about planet, I'm concerned about society, I'm concerned about health with my product, service, solution which you are giving. That is going to hit the consumer's thought process, and you will have a special kind of a approach, and you will elevate as one of the vendor or the company which is which can be accepted and adopted by these people. So what I mean to say that these are the areas as the consumer thought process are changing. We definitely orient our sales pitch, our presentations, our advertisements, our visibilities, everything. We just need to ensure that it is connected to the contextual thought process. It is changing. I'm telling there are a lot of brand archetypes are there, but only the service type of a brand archetype was doing very well in the pandemic area. So it is contextual at that part of time, how people would like to receive, and the experience first. They may like your product, you may be a great company, but the top priority goes from the consumer, that how you made them to feel, how their experience with every consumer touch point. Not only you as an entrepreneur or CEO, your partner or your sales individual, your front office individual, or somebody who is servicing the product, how they made them to feel. It is going to be a highly consumer-centric market moving forward. We need to be particular about acquiring consumers, making them happy. Then only, however, it is the best of the innovation is going to be sustaining. So definitely focus on the kind of a consumer touch points you have, and each touch point, how your resources, yourself, your organization, your product, giving them the best of the experience, which will bring you a lot of consumers. And a lot of people say the technology did a lot of kind of a transformation, but I'm saying that it is not the technology success, it is the business model innovation. It is also from the sales standpoint, all the innovations. You take Uber, it's a business model innovation. There is nothing great about the technology. It is they utilize the technology in the right perspective to have the consumer, studying consumer, what are the options he has for the better kind of, challenging the status quo. What I always call that there is a status quo of calling a cab and he charging you dual kind of places. Now, take any of the example, take it Flipkart, take it Uber or anything, it is going to be the kind of a business model innovation. And you being an entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneurs, be very particular about the business model innovation, how even if you are using the best of the technology, how you are bringing that business model innovation, which will reduces the consumer effort, eases their kind of an operations, bring them more revenue, savings. All these aspects has to be ensured. You check with the value proposition, check with the value creation, and capture the value, grow as an enterprise. And I am saying as an individual, I faced a lot of rejections, objections in the pandemic, because people are not in the mindset of buying something until unless it is really required. So I always go and request all the entrepreneurs, bring that patience. It is not IQ. It is not any other thing. Today, what you required is the emotional quotient, UQ, and adversity quotient, what we call AQ. AQ and EQ made a lot of people to sustain. And these two people who lost, they suffered a lot in the pandemic. So bring that emotional balance, bring that kind of, identifying opportunities, changing. Actually, while introducing, Rahul was mentioning the necessity is mother of invention. Absolutely, I agree. But I will add one thing. The compulsion is mother of adoption. What happened? We had e-learning solutions. We had work from home options from 2010, 2012. Nobody was adapting. But when it has become a mandatory, you see the kind of a transformation is happened and the people started working from home. We really do not need such kind of a large spaces. 100,000 people going to one location from different 100,000 locations and working. We could have distributed in 2014-15 itself. That's where I'm saying, until people feel it as a compulsion, they are not going to adapt whatever the best of the innovation. So you need to create your pitch to ensure that it is the urgency, it is the value, it is the kind of a transformation, and for which what you need is the persuasion is the prescription. Continuously you need to pursue with the people whom you wanted to build. It takes some time. You address some 10 people at a time. 5 people may be immediately accepting, and 1, 2, 3 people may take 2 months, 3 months to accept what you said. So you need to have that kind of a consistency in pursuing and following it up and all this. And these are the few parameters. Focus on your opportunities and your model, how it fits to the consumer. You have created innovation, but it is not fit a model for the acceptance. These are the lot of failures. There is no market fit for your product. Your innovation is great. This has 27% failure ratio in the startup. Our startups fail about 92% in the in 5 years average if you take. Why? Because they do great job, I'm not denying, but they are not able to do that kind of a market research and make it a market fit. The small little tiny tweaks. I give one example here, the ID brand. ID brand, probably many of you know about Mustafa from Kerala. What he has done, he was struggling to sell his idli batter and vada batter. But what happened? He came out with a spout, identifying the behavioral challenge of the younger generation to create a right-shaped vada, where their grannies and mothers are able to do, but this younger generation is not able to do. So he caught hold of that specific, and they come out with a spout, a pack where you press it into a panel. It will create a right-shaped vada, and that transformed the company to so much extent. Today morning they have served 100,000, a million breakfasts, okay, across the globe. And today they are coming out with a vada. What is this dosa model? So I mean to say that innovation is everywhere. Innovation is in the retail, innovation in the technology, innovation in the every function of the every walk of life. You need to understand the challenges of the customer. The right shaped dosa people are not able to create the younger generation. So he is coming out with a small tiny device which will get you the best where his batter is accepted. So just one example which I am saying when it comes to the market fit, how the innovation has to work. You don't need to break the head with great kind of a transformations, great technologies. Just spend time with your consumers, your target prospects, and what is their behavioral challenges, what is that they are going to face, what is that they are currently not comfortable with, and just go and address. Probably by changing that small tweak, you are addressing $1 billion business. I'm saying it's not simply today. We are in the world of blitz scaling. I'll come to that part where you have, if you prove it at one small space of the geography, you have market open, because all other countries, all other across the sphere have the same kind of challenges. Same, we are not any different. All humans are same. They have almost, just you need to localize and customize your product for them to adapt and find, practice, and add value creation. All these alliances are required. Collaborations are required. You cannot be alone. You need to be very open, vocal, and every day you need to keep adding your reach, increase about your idea, your product, your solution. People get to know about you more, and they try to understand what you are doing, and you go ahead and understand them what they are doing, so that you are making a right positioning in your product. And I always say that we had subconscious marketing, and today with the help of technology, the neuro marketing, which is coming up very, very aggressively into the market, the predictive analytics and how the consumer thinks. It is going inside the brain, mind of the consumer, and you will be able to understand, and you need to work on his subconscious thoughts, his subconscious focus. What is that he is going to be impressed upon because of the landscape changes, because of the different areas of opportunities, what he is currently seeing, challenging, SWOT analysis, everything will be taken care by the system. And I'm saying, if you quickly learn the sales, marketing, branding, and advertising area of the knowledge, you are the individual who are driving. Today, it is not technology selling. Who is defining which product has to be loss leader in your Flipkart or in your any of the online Amazon, other thing is a sales individual who makes one product to bring the footfalls and all other products to make profit. Okay, so there is a lot of dynamics are required in terms of sales. It is not going to be simply understanding few technologies and connecting dots. This is a different kind of a ability to drive, and that is fast. That science is fast. Then probably how you are utilizing technology and tools may change, and you just quickly learn. It is not rocket science today to learn how to use this small little piece of technologies. It is very menu driven, and technology itself is creating the zero code. People no need to code. You don't need no need of kind of things which are coming up. So these are the kind of a transformational changes. And I always suggest a model being a sales individual, the spin selling model, when you are going to understand the subconscious or the neuro marketing from the individual standpoint, you create this spin selling model. A spin selling is a book by Neil Rackham, and please follow this whenever you are going for a conversation. All your information you can capture from your customers using the spin selling model. That is situational questions you ask, current problem, what they are facing. You ask questions and implication questions and need payoff questions. There are some of the examples which I have mentioned, like how the current situation you understand, and how you understand the problem questions, how you understand implication questions, and then probably when you are presenting your solution, you will ensure that why do they have to pay for you, why yours is a product is a premium, or it is a calling for a replacement for a current process. All that can be addressed with the question, so that it is customer answering and he is realizing. If you are telling, he will not realize, but when he's saying, he'll strongly realize that there is a problem. So ensure that he speaks about his problem, he speaks about the need of the product, he speaks about his current situation is like this. So ensure that you allow him to convince that he need a replacement or he need your services. So, and it's a kind of a I think we have seen many of what we call slowdowns or recessions in the past 25 years. I was there in the dot-com bust, where dot-com was a boom, and then it is people were coming back, and then we have seen the Lehman Brothers, and today we have seen the pandemic. This is a kind of a different recessionary periods where the slowdown was hit and economical transactions have come to a stall and all that. So now what I say that the recessions have a psychology, and no two recessions are exactly alike. Now, I did some dynamics during the dot-com bust. It doesn't work for the Lehman Brothers. And I did certain dynamics in the Lehman Brothers. It doesn't work for the pandemic, what we are going through today. So understand the recession psychology and try to bring your kind of a different models into the approaches, and go ahead and understand the kind of a buying patterns and buying people, what kind of a psychologies they have. There is a kind of 4 different types of people in your consumer model. One as a sector, what we call as that when they find something is not happening, they slam and the brakes. So that will impact the kind of a turnover what you are doing. So you need to understand the group which reduces all types of spending and eliminating, postponing, decreasing, and they completely apply sudden breaks. Okay, so ensure that whether your product or service having more of these kind of people, so what to do, the strategy for there. And paid but patient, there are some people, they know that there are no revenues coming in, but still they patiently continue to buy, spend, and have very positive opinionated that very soon it is going to get, and we need to stand strong in these kind of tough times and move ahead and move the financial resources and start doing that. And these are the people who help, and basically they believe in cure for pain, and they are the people who patiently wait for the better time to come and ensure that analyze how many of your consumer range have this kind of a people, and you have to have a different strategy for them. You have to go to them with a different models and start promoting. And there are people comfortably well, I think they don't bother. It is kind of they are immune to any of the recessionary or slowdowns. So if these people are there, you have to have a kind of a segmentation, how to deal with these people in the kind of a tough times, in the changing times in other areas. And definitely they are going to be the people who can help you to move ahead and continue with your journey. And I love and like these people. The last category, live for today. These are the guys, they are running the economy of India. It is not our corporates or anybody. The live for today people who earn today, who will spend today. These are the people are the growth engine of our economy, and they are contributing to the growth rather than the corporates. I'm not saying that the live for today means these are the people who are daily wage workers. These are the people who has the mindset to spend whatever they make. That these are the people who are driving the economy. So I'm telling that these are the kind of a segments you have to categorize just for a little more drill down approaches to have a good control over your consumer base and have a mindset how they are behaving and how you should position your product and services. So there is a different type of approaches to strategies to meet these people. And we have seen the people how they are in different methods, but now we can see that kind of a products and the kind of a categorization for your services and solutions is that there is essentials. Okay, so essentials nobody can avoid. We all have essential commodities during the pandemic also, nobody can. So if you are in that category, probably you are less impact individual. There are treats like something little beyond the essentials which you spend. So categorize that which kind of a service product which you are into that. And then postponables, say the travel, leisure, holiday, and these are all the things like when it is something is there, okay, it is not very kind of a tangibly they need to do at that part of time. Mandatorily they may postpone it. So postponable. And then expendables, this is kind of certain very royal luxury things, but I think this doesn't have impact. I think there are a lot of luxury brands did extremely well in the pandemic, and they're still growing. L'Oreal, and there are BMWs and all these people, they're immune to it, because the people who are into that category is not fallen into the kind of an impact of. So what is that your product service solution and what kind of a product category, just for a broad categorization, so that it will have an understanding. How do you start looking at the market and how do you focus your sales and marketing, and definitely categorize your entire product solutions into the high impact, moderate exposure, low exposure. Anytime you hit into a kind of a situation, and probably change the strategies. If it is high exposure industry, nothing to do and nothing to kind of you definitely need to transform from that business, like what happened to the Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce, like a largest brand, started manufacturing honey in the pandemic. Okay, you have to leverage on the same infrastructure what you have and same resources, but still produce revenue, generate that kind of a models which you need to do it. And low impact exposure, there is different strategies, and moderate exposure, there is a different strategies. So little bit more focus on the consumer side behavior and impact and buying pattern, behavior, psychologies, mindsets, where they are moving. These are the areas are going to be very, very important to be sustaining in the market. That is going to be the new rules. Earlier, like we were going jolly well, happy, go ahead, have your quarterly revenues quota. Okay, 20% is not happening. It's okay. Next month I can do, next quarter I can do. But now it is not the situation. So you definitely need to very closely monitor all these aspects. Where is your product? What is the mindset? What is the impact of the market changes? And as I mentioned, we are in the world of blitz scaling. If you have right innovation, surplus supply, I'm going to say this, surplus supply means you can immediately accommodate any amount of demand which is coming in if you're geared of it. We are in a blitz scaling era because of the technology, because of the networking. Like Amresh was very particular about mentioning about networking, the way you can network. Today, I have seen in front of a lot of conversation with Amresh, global best of the entrepreneurs are connecting, and because of the few interactions, they're traveling to India, and it is going to be an investment drive for them. These are the kind of a conversation. These are the kind of showcasing your strengths, showcasing your potential. And no, I think if we are accessible, like as we are accessible on the internet everywhere, now we are accessible for the rest of the world, and little customize, connect, learn the dynamics of attracting and appreciating and connecting, collaborating. Then there is kind of blitz scaling is that within no time you can become a billion-dollar company. And please focus more on the things that have changed, like how the social interactions have changed, how consumer behavior is changed, and work style. Corporates, they are looking at a different perspective. Internet usage, health consciousness, less pollution, people priorities, business models, education industry, how it has impacted, food industry, entertainment. I just want to bring that if you are consistently focusing the change what it is happening, then the impact is going to be very less because you are changing as per the demand. So I always say that it was the proverb like survival of the fittest. But I am telling today, you may be fit, but the survival is for the survival of the quickest, who quickly understand and transforms into the change methodology. Maybe big, but you are unable to change. Maybe having a lot of financial resources, but you are delayed in transforming. You must have seen a lot of companies like BlackBerry, Nokia, and all those people. They are not able to sustain because they are delayed in the change. So consistently focus on the consumer side of behavior, how it is transforming. And the winning industries also we have, not only that we have impacted, we have digital products. Okay, we have seen, I think, a lot of digital pay fintech products, kind of a solutions which have emerged. The gig economy has emerged today, and investments are growing. Home gardening, online coaching, mental health, alternative energy, insurance. I'm saying the list of it which have shown us education, e-learning, and work from home, and these video solutions have really kind of helped us in the tough times and other things. So definitely try to understand which are the winning industries and try to collaborate with them. Try to be there with the winners. You need that the people with the lucky genetics anytime around you. All of the entrepreneurs need to understand that whether it is not every time you have lucky genetics with you, but if you are aligned with the people who are having lucky genetics, definitely you are also getting into that movement of kind of a success. So ensure that you are aligned with the winning industry. Have study on this. And I say that in every cloud there is a kind of a silver lining, and behind every problem, I think there is sun shining. So we have understood and maneuvered the entire structure of the transformation landscape, how it has changed, impacted people, and now it is for us to change our gears or change our approaches, strategies to maneuver and bring the new breed of leaders coming every time. After World War I, after World War II, there is a lot of new emerging leaders have coming. And I'm saying that after pandemic also, you see that a lot of different breed of people who are going to emerge with the understanding of what change is required, what was the due which we were not doing when we were in the happy time, and they mitigate it and they make it very success. And we all understand all the aspects and make sales as a top priority in entrepreneurship or even in the professional, because you need to communicate with multiple people. You need to understand different type of behaviors, different type of cognitive resources of the each brain, what it is going behind, and address the challenge. It is not that one set of objection handling will be helpful for everybody. Every brain has a different way because their learnings are different, their experiences are different. So you need to be such a dynamic resource to convince anybody coming in front of you. You are able to understand them and address problem in their perceived way. Then the adoption will happen. So prioritize, move out of understanding of sales as a transaction. Sales is not transaction. Sales is creating a strength, having a strength. Anybody can do it, and India can do very well, but growing the strength to a global extent and exploring the entire potential of that specific industry is sales. Redefine sales and start putting yourself a lot of efforts to maneuver sales. Then every other function in the entrepreneurship fall in line. One thing which you drive entire entrepreneurship is the cash flow statement. Focus on the cash flow statement, get the advance payments, get the balance receivables, get the investments coming in, cash flows coming in, make it a great success. Hope, I think my some of the information which I'm going through with a lot of conversation I shared with you, and all of you have true spirit of sales, and wish you success in all your future endeavors. I am done with my presentation. I am open for any of the questions and answers you have. Thank you so much for the patient listening.
Thank you, Divakar sir. It was awesome.
Thank you, Amresh. Yeah, thank you so much. So
Balaji sir.
Yes. Divakar sir, thank you. Am I audible?
yeah, audible, Balaji. Any one of you have any questions, please shoot on the, you can speak or you can chat, anything is fine.
As of now, we didn't get any questions. We'll proceed
Okay.
with the next speaker's
Yeah.
speech. Thank you.
So, thank you everyone. As I have been already introduced by Rahulji. So, I'm very thankful to the SRM University because being an alumni of the SRM University, I can feel that what type of excitement I'm having to represent myself in the front of the same window where I have got my graduation. I have completed my graduation. And I'm having a very good experience with the faculties, and really thankful to the Balaji sir, who has been my project guide as well. So coming to the subject, what I think that I have made I'm a first generation entrepreneur, and I have seen that what type of practical aspects of selling is required for representing yourself, your brand, your connections, and the things that you are having with you. In an interview, I was asked a very traditional question that we are having a pain with you. You sold it to me. And that was a time a very tough things came in my mind that what I'm going to gain if I'm going to sell this product to a particular person, a person who is interviewing me. What type of benefit I'm going to make from it? So am I going to make a big change, or I'm just going to, sell this pain and maybe get a job for this? So that was the time when I decided that what should I do? What should I do that it will make a big impact in my life, my personal life, and the networking that I'm having? And I found that that was the time when I have to learn lots of the things. I came into entrepreneurship, and at the very first time, Divakar sir said very correctly that 98% of the startups used to fail. The reason is that we come with the assumptions. When we come, we don't, do the deep research on other things. And once we enter into it, we find that whatever we have assumed, that was the only positive things we have seen in the glamour market world, but it has no aspects with the practicals. We have not realized ourselves on the real parameters. We have not seen what negatives can be. come in our way, and we have not seen that what are the traps that we are not familiar with. So learning is what? Learning is something that is related with the ambience. What type of environment you have seen, what type of people you have faced, and who were the people who were accompanied with. There's a very famous saying that, when you are accompanied by the 5 successful people, it is probably that you will be the 6 successful people. And when you are accompanied with the 5 unsuccessful people, it is obvious that you will be the 6th person who will be unsuccessful. And when we see, we can feel that most of the times, if we are not accompanied by the failures people, it's also true that we are not accompanied by the successful people. We are accompanied by the moderate peoples, those who have not seen a miracles in their lifetime. To create the miracle, to create the things, you have to do something that someone has never done, and you have to take the steps that is beyond the limitations of the people. Tell you something that too many things came in our country, too many things came in this world. Those were fabulous, fantabulous, those have huge potential, those have huge caliber to perform, but they failed. They failed completely because they don't have any strategy. Their presentations was horrible. You can say their presentation was not up to the mark, that so that people can get attracted, people can buy the things. What they thought that whatever they are assuming, or whatever assumptions they are having, that is going to be sold in the market. But they didn't have any idea about that, how people are going to buy the things, or what people are going to expect from you. Whatever products you are making for your consumers. And if your consumers are not accepting that, you are never going to sell the things. So selling a product to the single persons to get a job, and selling a product to the 1,000 person, and that too in the case that you have to look for the recurring referral or recurring of that particular product. Selling a product for one time is a very easy task, but selling a product for twice, and selling it repeatedly, that somehow Indian company or somehow Indian startups have failed very badly. We can give you lots of examples like Microsoft, Adobe, Outlooks are there, Zoom is there, even so Facebook. These are the platforms which were able to sell their products repeatedly. And recently we have seen too many negative things about the digital marketing. I will come to that, but before that I will come to our second point, that is communication. What is our communication? What are the way and how we are able to convey our message to the people? If we have something with us, how we are going to represent it to the people? See, when we start everything with the people we are surrounded, and we just check out for the things that our relatives, our friends, our some of the good connects that we are having, they are going to be our first potential consumers. But the practical aspect that I'm going to tell you, that they are not going to be your consumers. Because see, when you are going to import any product on someone, it will become a burden to them. So you have to be very convenient that who are the potential consumers for your product that you have developed. And unless you don't have that networking with you, unless you don't have that people with you, don't start your journey. Don't go for the seed funding, and don't go for the bootstrap funding. Why I'm adding this to the communication? See what happens when you are coming with an idea, when you are coming with your intellect. You see the people who are surrounded to you. You go for the seed funding, you go for the bootstrap funding, and that is the injustice that you are doing with yourself and your investors. These are the people who are looking for extra source of income, or who had some these are the people who were not able to fulfill their dream in their lifetime. They are going to get connected with you, and to get their dream, to make their dream true, they will be funding to you. They won't support you in working. They won't because they have their own things, and if they are coming directly into your business, they won't be able to support you either. The thing is that they support, if they will support you 24/7, if they will get involved in your work, they are not going to make money for their survivals. So when you are taking the bootstrap funding, when you are taking the seed funding, it will become a pressure on you. I believe that loss of an investment is equal to the loss of an idea, because when intellectual people, when a startups come into existence, it comes with an idea. So most of the times, when investors come with the money, they won't give equal weightage to the idea. And the biggest mistake we used to do in our lifetime is that we don't pay first salary to ourselves. So selling an idea, for selling and things, I'm not talking about selling a product. I'm just talking about the selling an idea. If you are selling an idea, first learn to pay yourself. If you're not paying yourself, you can't give 100% to your particular product, and you can't convince your people. There won't be a very strong or positive vibes in your speaking, because when a person is in a mental pressure, when a person is having lots of going on their minds, they can't give their best. And I'm thankful to my guru Sanjay Kumar Agarwal sir, who has been my mentor, and he has been, guiding me like a tutor. That whatever you do, whatever you are doing, be exclusive to it. Don't do everything. There are lots of opportunities for selling everything. You can, but you can't sell everything. You can't do everything. You have, if you, even if you are having lots of skills, don't perform with every skills, because you will be the next loser, because you have lots of idea. You are, master of all and jack of none. It is not going to work for you. And that the same rules applied in used to be applied in the selling. Be very specific that what you have to sell. Be very specific that whom you have to sell, and be very specific that what is the strategy of your selling. And don't be concentrated, don't be focused on a single community or single things. You have to be very clear that if you are selling to the first 1,000 persons, you have to found that 1,000 persons. You have to be very communicative with those 1,000 persons, and you have to make it sure that if you are selling your product, it should have the capacity of recurring order reference. Unless you are not going to become a good seller. Now I will come to the third point, that is social network. So already I've said that I have seen lots of negatives about the social networks. People have written a very motivational words about the social networks. If you are using Amazon, if you are using Netflix, you are consuming your time, you are giving blah blah to them. If you are using Facebook, you are giving blah blah to them. What I am saying, that these are the platforms which made the revolutionary change and made the common man believe that you can do you can definitely do miracles in your life if you have an idea, and if you have some top class people with you, and if you have a very good strategy, you can make the changes. You can feel the sky, that sky is not definitely not a limit. What Amazon did, Amazon give a very good chance to the people who were not, film industry was limited with some specific set of family. Now today, a common man who's having investment, a common man who's having an idea, a common man who's having a very good story, they can make their OTT and they can present to the market. And we are into very blissful market that consumers are ready to give importance to the content. If you have a very good content, if you have a very good digital marketing strategy, you are definitely going to dominate. Because before 90, before the world of internet, we were limited with the physical things, but today we are digitally connected with each other. So you have the WhatsApp, you can send a link to the thousands of connections that you are having within a minute, and they will definitely entertain you, because whatever people have joined today, they have joined on the very our personal reach. There are many people who have not been connected with each other. We have not met ever in our lifetime. We are expecting that we will have a meeting, but we know about each other. This has been possible due to the free sources, due to the social networking that we are having. So anything that you have as a free, don't consider yourself as your product. Make them your product, because you have to sell yourself as well. And if you can sell yourself, you can sell any product that you are having with you. But at the same time, don't sell everything. Just be specific to the things that you are going to sell. Now coming to the technology, I don't believe that technology fails. The thing is that if you don't adopt new technology, if you don't believe in new learning, and if you don't give importance to the new piece that is coming into your lifetime, you are definitely going to become a next HMT, or I can say the Nokia. I'm sorry that I should not take their name, but these disasters are the examples for the giants who don't used to give importance to the new ideas or the new people's approaching to them. Trust me, today's generation are more smarter than the older generations, and in the future when new generations will come, they will be more smarter than us. When I was preparing for the IIT, sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to what was a very tough challenge. Today Even beginners can say that sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, because they are more smarter than us and they have seen lots of things from us. So thing is that whatever you have assumed in your lifetime, whatever you have seen in your lifetime, that was the time that you were not having the new technologies. And the thing is that when we are born in this generation, we have seen the new technologies, and young mind have a very good potentials of learning anything. Young minds learn things more easier than you. When Rajiv Gandhi came with a proposal of introducing when Rajiv Gandhi came with a proposal of introducing computer to the banks, the entire country came against of it. No, no, no. If computer will be placed in the banks, we are going to become a big loser. We are not going to gain anything from it. But what he did, he took a very bold decision. He told that, oh, okay, if we are going to lose, no problem. But we want to make our staffs very technical. These were the experienced people who were not ready to learn, and they thought that young minds are definitely going to dominate. So these people didn't give importance to the new learning. They were not able to accept the learning. But we have seen the miracles. What miracle happened when computers came into the bank? And today we can't imagine even a single functioning of bank without computers. So this is the power of social networking. This is the power of technology. This is the power of change. This is the power of learning. The things have become very easy. You can transfer your money within a minute. Transferring 1 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 1 CR, 500 million, 600 million in a single click. Not only to your state, not only to your district, you can transfer your money to any part of the world. And if there is a possibility of serving to the other planets, it is very much possible that if you can't do it physically, you can do it digitally within a second. Just within a second, the things had enhanced in such a way. So this is the power of accepting the new beat. This is the power of accepting the new technology that is coming in your way. You have to learn it. You have to give chances to the new people's new minds, and you have to listen. Nokia didn't listen. There are many other companies who didn't give new importance to the newbies, and see, they disappeared. Today, they are not into the market. They have lost in the oblivion. So this is the power of the technology. And obviously I agree with the Divakar sir that if you have a very intellectual things, if you have we are definitely into the world of AI, but there are still some fields where AI can't play where AI can't play a role. Petrol is a best example. AI can't play a very big role in distributing the petrols. You need to have the petrol pumps. But what is the options? What is the alternatives we are coming with? We are coming with the electricity. So for making the electricity, what could be the resources? The resources could be coals. The resources could be anything that is efficient for making the electricity. But the things again go to the traditional way of representation. That anyhow we are going to use the traditional things for making electricity, and the only option that we are having is a renewable source of energy, that is solar, that is wind, that is hydroelectric plants. But the thing is that are we efficient to have such types of resources that can replace the traditional way of things that we have been doing for the thousands of years? Are we ready for it? Do you know what type of investment we need to require for making the things? The thing is that if you are coming with any idea, you need to have the investors as well. But who are those investors? Are you really able to focus on the investors? Are you really able to pitch your product to the investor that you're looking for? Do you think that $1,000, $10,000, $1 million is going to work for you? Do you think that these small investment or seed fundings can make a big plan for you? No, it is definitely not going to make a big plan for you. So why you're going for the investment, that is definitely going to make you a loser. And that is the only percent I'm very sorry to say that 90% of the startups have really failed. And this is the mistake that we have been doing. Now, coming to the networking, I am a great believer of a networking, because whatever I have done in my life, whatever opportunity that I'm going today, I'm representing, being an alumni of the university, being a student of the university. Today, I'm representing myself in the platform of SRM University. So whatever networking I have achieved, whatever I have learned from the people's, either the successful people or the failure peoples, I have implemented, I have learned those things in my life. And I ask every people that if you are getting opportunity to learn from anyone, just learn it. And I believe in one thing very clearly, that if you are not successful at present time, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. It only means that you have not achieved that success that you are looking for, that you are dreaming for. So be focused, be very specific to your target, and decide that what is your destinations, what is your thing, where you are going to see yourselves after 10 years, where you are going to see after 20 years. You know, disasters can happen in any sorts of life, but it doesn't mean that we stop dreaming and we stop doing for that. So why I'm correlating this with sales? Because when you dream, anyhow you have to sell yourself. Anyhow you have to sell your product. Either it is physically, either it is mentally, either it is digitally. You have to sell yourself. You have to sell your concept. You have to sell your product. You have to sell your things. And these things have changed very drastically or very dramatically after the COVID. Because once there was a time when work from home was beyond the imaginations of the people. But today, what the beauty of the work from home has emerged, that it is a money savior for lots of the startups. Now you can start your journey from your home. You can save lots of rental things that you used to unnecessarily invest on your thing. And if you are even smart enough, you can make an office type of ambience in your home. Negative things come with the positive things. Negative, this is a well planned market, and marketers will definitely come with the opposite things, that in your home child can disturb you, parents can disturb you. Be very disciplined with the things, that if you can't control your child, if you can't control your family member, how you are going to control the workers or the employees that those are working with you? You can never control them. If you are fail in your home, you are definitely going to fail in your office as well. If you are definitely going to fail in your community as well. Your family, your people showed your status, that what type of dignity or what type of presentation you are having between you, or what type of society you are having. So you have to be disciplined with yourselves. You have to be disciplined, because when you have started your office in your house, you have to believe that if this is my office period, I have to be very specific. I have to be very, I have to control myself, because at the end, who is going to be the loser? None other than you are going to be losers. So it depends on your presentation, that how you are presenting yourself, how you're representing yourself. If you're representing I have seen many people who are doing exceptionally well from their home, and this has been possible because I should not thank the corona, but if I'm taking in a technical way, if I'm taking in a change, we should be very thankful to the corona, that it made people to believe that you can do a lots of exceptional business, or lots of exceptional trade, even sitting in your house. Because today you don't have to go to Delhi, Mumbai, or Chennai to sell your product. If you are sitting in Lucknow, you can sell your products, and we have made it possible through the digital marketing. We had made it possible. We have invited the investors in Lucknow. We have invited the lots of investors in other part of the country through the digital platform. We don't know each other, but we have pitched our project. We have presented ourselves in such a way that we have a potential, and we need a big set of investors. Now, today, investors have also learned too many things, that when previously people used to approach them, they were recommended by some big CEOs, family members. But today, they are very open to the new idea. They have seen that what new idea can do. A traditional business can bring $1 million assets in 10 years, 12 years, but today a digital platform can bring those success within 1 month, within 6 months, within 1 year. So these are the changes that new fresh minds had made the unicorns to believe that within a year, whatever it was a charisma in 100 years, 1,000 years, that is not a charisma. The miracles can be done within a day, but it need a proper platform, proper planning, and proper sets of people who are going to be your potential buyer. So at that time, how you are selling yourself, how you are projecting your things, that matters a lot. After the networking, when you have made a trust with the people, when people have given you the first chance, it's the performance. The performance is going to decide your future. How you are performing to the things, how you are representing. You have sold your product. Now, how your product is going to speak, how your project is going to represent you, how you are, making the reference. That is the things that you have to keep in your mind. If you are selling anything, if you are coming with, there is a disturbance. Give me 1 minute, please. So sorry for the interruption. There's some work going on behind. So I just requested them to stop that. Now, it's your performance, not your performance, but your product performance. How vital is your product? How, whatever you have developed, whatever things you have sold, is it fulfilling the expectations of the consumers? And whatever the commitments you have done to them, are you fulfilling all those commitments? No matters. Again, I'm taking the word of my Guruji Sanjay Kumar Agarwal sir. He has been very specific to me and very rude on these things, that no matters what type of hard work you have done, what type of pain you have taken for your efforts. If your product is not as per the expectations of the consumers, if your product is not speaking to the consumers, you are definitely going to fail. No one is going to see that what type of efforts you have done. Why you have done such a efforts, that if you are not able to present yourself in a fantabulous way, people have given you the opportunity, it doesn't mean that they are going to take any garbage from you. This is the first, and you have to make it very clear that the first, and this is the first, this could be a first and last opportunity for you. This could be a first and last product that you are selling to the consumers. So you have to be very specific to the with your performance. If you're not performing, if your product is not performing, you are going to be the loser. And not only that, as I have said very clearly, that you need to learn that you don't have to sell your product to the single or individual person. You have to sell your product to the 1000 person. And you have to keep in your mind that when you are starting with your product, you need to have the 1000 person minimum for the 5 years who are going to be loyal to you, and you are going to be reckoning income for you. And if you can't make that 1000 buyers for you, don't start your business. Don't come into journey of entrepreneurship. You are definitely going to be one among the losers of the 98% of the startups we are having with us. So don't count 50 or 100 people in your networking for selling your product. And now again, things, if a good message is going with your product, if good response is going with your product, this is the time when you have to react or you have to respond. So if you're responding with the good performance, your image is going to be either exacerbate or it is going to be a life changing for you. If you are sending up a wrong message, it is going to be circulated among 100 into minimum 10, so 10,000 people. And if you are coming with a good message, it is definitely going to be circulated into 1,000 into 5,000 people. So this is the potential. This is the things that you are going to have with your response. Or if you are reacting on other things, this is definitely not going to work for you. So our startups should never react. I believe that a startup should never react. It is definitely going to be make you the losers. And the final things that I'm going to tell you, that is the relationship. A business maker, a entrepreneur, or a giants never lose their clients. Be whatever the case is there, whatever performance you have done, clients are the gods. Clients are the one who are going to buy your products. If they are having a bad experience, even if you are having a bad experience with them, don't spoil your relationship with. You are definitely going to be a loser. See, every people, if you are connected with a person, you are definitely connected with a successful person. No individual in this world dreams to get connected with the losers. Everyone is looking for the successful person. And if you have a connect, if you are buying product from someone, and if someone is purchasing your products, 90% chances are there that he's more connected than you, and he's more established than you. The thing is that if he's giving you opportunity, he's definitely introducing you to your networking. So if they are having any bad experience with you, try to convey them, try to teach them, try to make them understand that what came in your way. Even I had faced this issue that in beginning I used to spoil my relationship for the money, for my performance, for the things. I used to be very vitriolic with my words. But don't do that. It's going to definitely harm you, because they are not going to lose anything from you. It's a seller who is going to make the loss, or is the seller who is going to be loser in every case. So you have to become a winner. To become a winner, you definitely don't need at any cost, you don't have to spoil your relationship. Now you can also ask me that if a consumer had a bad relationship, if they have cheated me, then what should I do? Forget it. Forget it. Why to make them famous? If you have a bad experience with one person among 100, what about the 99%? If they are going to complain about them, no one is going to listen them. No one is going to listen you because a negative impacts is realized or visualized in a very easy way. There is a very famous saying that in a very big piece of paper, there was a single dot, single plot. When presenter went to the 100 peoples, they asked them, what do you see in this 100 in this big paper? 100 out of 100 people were able to see that single plot, a single pinpoint plot on the very big papers were visible to the 100% people. So this is the market. This is the things that no one was able to see the whiteness of the entire papers, but the single plot was available to everyone. So you can see that how bitter is this world, how bitter is this selling world. If you are making a single plot in your paper, you will be visualized. You will be, you will be spared in your network. The best spectrum of your blogs will be among your networking. And again, it's you who is going to lose. It's you and your community, your product is going to lose. So even if you know the client is wrong, forget it. Have the loss. Take it is your loss. At least they have not given you the loss that will destroy your career, that will destroy your production, that will destroy your things. And once you are done with that, you will find that you still have 99 people with minimum of 45 referrals. So why to focus on one bad experience? Just focus on the 45 referrals that you are going to have in your future. Bad experience was a bad experience. And trust me, if you will not react, if you will not go in a negative way to those peoples, after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, they will return back to you, they will face you, and they will realize that, yeah, definitely they had done a blunder, they have done a very big mistake by cheating you, and they will try to make a very good relationship with you. Now, there are many people who will say that don't entertain those people, don't let them come into your life. But I will recommend you that let them come in your life. Anyhow, you have to make your business. Anyhow, you have to make your money. I used to be very vitriolic in saying the people that make money. You are here to make the money. You are if you are into business world, if you are into service world, you are serving someone to make the money. So make money. If you can make money ethically. And if your enemy is coming back to you, if they want a friendship with you, make it sure that you are earning from them. Don't give your resources, don't give your things to them. Just give your product to them. You have to sell your product, no matter how you sell it should get sold. And at the same time, you have to be very efficient. You have to be very clear with the terms and conditions. And if you're selling yourself, you're selling your product, be very specific with the papers, be very specific with the documents. No trust. If you're a genuine person, if you are selling a genuine product, there isn't a trust factor. If you are on the emails, if you're on the papers, if you are 100% accurate with the documents, you don't need trust factors. My uncle, my mentor, or my teachers. What is wrong in signing the paper? If you have a very good product with you, if you have a potential, if you know that my product is going to speak, why not to sign the deals, or why not to sign the documents? Have you ever purchased a big investment or big TV without a warranty period? When you buy the products, they assure you that whatever wrong goes with you, you trust Reliance, you trust BPL, you trust Motorola, you trust iPhone. You know that they are very big brands, they are not going to spoil their image. Even that, they also know that what are they and what they are capable of. But still, they make a trust factor. They sign a contract with you. They give you all the paper. They assure you that you are not going to be loser. It's a loser. It's we who is going to be loser. If we are selling you iPhone, and if our iPhone is not performing, then we are ready to replacement. We are ready to do whatever terms and conditions we have signed for you, so that you don't have to approach us. Just make us a call, because we are a team. We are not a robot that we can understand that whatever you have, whatever problem you have. If it is as per our terms and conditions, we will definitely come on it, and we will definitely replace whatever problems you are having. So these are the 7 factors that I'm having, and I don't have a habit of making PPT or other things. Whenever I take any project, whenever I give any project to any people, I focus on the things, and that is why today I've been connected with people not only from Lucknow, not only from Uttar Pradesh, not only from India. Today I'm connected with most of the peoples from in uh, entire world. I have a very good connections in any of the country, and this has been possible because when I start learning, when I got that failure that used because I'm one among the 98% of the failed startups, but I'm also one among the successful startups who has done very good in their lifetime. So we are into a wonderful phase, and we are connected with lots of people. And again, if you want to get connected with us, if you want to get connected with, you are into the platform as Saram University, one of the finest university, number one university that we have seen. So you are into a fine platform, wonderful platform. Get connected with us, get connected with the people, and believe if you have a networking, if you are connecting with the people, this is the world of helping hands. This is the world of thank you giving. So you will be definitely entertained by, all of us. You will definitely entertained by the top class of entrepreneurs that was not possible in the traditional eras or 10 or 20 years back. Today, it is very much possible that tomorrow you can see myself or anyone among us to interact with the President of United States, the interact with the President Prime Minister of India. So these things have been very much possible because people have been open for the networking, and everyone is looking for the change makers. Everyone is looking for the people who can do fantabulous activities or who can perform exceptionally well. Because when a young mind is supported, when an intellectual mind is given a wing, they can fly to the any planet. So that is all I have to summarize in half an hour. I can't speak for 1 hour. Thank you, SRM University, and thank you everyone for listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So I would like to conclude the event. I'll not forget this new phrase that I have found out today. Compulsion is the mother of adaptation. Thank you, sir, for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a being a person from Gen Z, even I find it challenging to keep up with the innovation. I completely agree with Mr. Amresh Kumar Singh. People need to be on their heels. Now, nothing is a learn once field like it was previously. Technological advancement is happening so fast. We need to be on our heels, learning and adapting continuously. With my father working in the marketing sector, I was intrigued with sales from the time I could comprehend what he was talking about. Uh, Mr. Divakar Singh's speech made me think how difficult sales are to automate, and made me realize that even if automated, it needs sales to be successfully implemented in the market in the first place. So thanks a lot for both of the speakers for making me realize a lot in this seminar. First of all, I'd like to thank, excuse me. First of all, I would like to propose a hearty vote of thanks to IEI Katangulatur Local Center and Dr. P.T. Ravichandran Sir, Chairman, IEI Katangulatur Local Center. Also, Dr. S. Dhanalakshmi Ma'am, Honorary Secretary, IEI Katangulatur Local Center, for giving us the opportunity to conduct this event. Next, I would like to thank our HOD, Dr. K. Vijaykumar Sir, for his support in conducting this one-day training program. I continue to convey my thanks to today's speakers, Mr. Divakar Singh Sir and Mr. Amresh Kumar Singh Sir. I for sure will try to implement the concepts here to increase the listenership on my podcast. And a special thanks to the coordinators, Dr. C. Balaji Sir and Dr. A. Dominic Savio Sir, Assistant Professor, Triple E Department, SRM ISD Katangulatur. I acknowledge the unwavering support received from the faculty members. I also thank the student chapter members for coordinating the event along with me. What is the use of the workshop without its audience? So thanks to everyone for staying with us till now. Thank you all very much.